Boys Bible Study.
Boys Bible Study.
Get your hands up.
Boys Bible Study.
And some department stores even tell employees to avoid saying Merry Christmas.
Friends, podcaster juice. Podcaster juice. Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking a nice Pilsner right now.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Ponysaurus pills.
I find pills can be very hit or miss. Sometimes I love them. Sometimes I'm like, what is this?
I love a clean, crisp Pilsner.
Me too.
That's my go-to
Clean,
beer.
crisp. Some of them can be a bit bitter. I don't know.
What's the difference between a Pilsner and a lager and a...
That's a really good question.
I couldn't tell you.
Lagers
I thought
are kind of
everybody
like
knew,
maltier.
but
Like
except
I
for
can
me.
tell you the difference more because of how they make me feel in my belly.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's about the belly feel.
Yeah. Because like
The
I
belly
like
feel.
a Kolsch.
This boy
I like
juice
a
is giving him
lager.
belly feels.
I like Kolsch.
I don't know what any of these things mean. I just know like the pink can is the Kolsch.
Yeah.
The ratio of breweries to people in Wilmington is about 1 to 10, I would say. So
Yeah.
I know all
your
the different
beers.
kinds of beers.
Boutique. Yeah. When you move to like nice but considerably smaller city in the United States where there's like a thriving millennial community,
Mhm.
it's like you will, if you don't already have the craft beer vocabulary, you will learn it quick,
You're gonna learn it.
or you
You're
will be
gonna
left
code
behind.
switching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kolsch
any,
switching.
Any like small city / very large town, I feel like across the US that
But that is what millennials brought to the world, you know, and some great music and avocado toast. Great
What
food.
did we take
Great
away?
music.
Napkins.
Let's have a moment of silence for all the things that millennials took away. The napkin industry, the
affordable housing.
housing. Going to a business to hand in a resume.
Yep. We gave the world more pronouns.
Yeah, we gave them more pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we took
You're
away
welcome.
your sex assigned at birth.
We did not practice leave no trace when it came to gender and sexuality. We made cairns
Yeah.
all around gender.
Sorry,
talking
not
about-
sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Did you say you had an update?
I had a big update.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what's your update?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my update is I wet the bed this morning.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happened?
I'm sorry.
Isn't that awesome?
That's
Did you just
I
not
looked
want to get
at-
up? Please tell me you just didn't want to get out of bed. Like you pulled like something my 6-year-old would. It was like, but I didn't want to get up. And you're like, that's not
Yeah.
acceptable. You have
No,
to.
it was a combination of I drank a bunch of Airborne before I went to sleep, which is
Airborne.
chock
Oh,
full
yeah.
of vitamins.
yeah, right.
Which I confirmed this, that if you drink a bunch of vitamin C and vitamin B, you're going to have to pee
Interesting.
because it rhymes.
Oh.
That's how you can remember.
That makes
That's
sense.
some
Yeah.
like ancient knowledge. That's ancestral knowledge.
Yeah, no. If you drink like anything with like a bunch of vitamins in it, you're gonna pee it out like faster because your body just doesn't process it.
Well, I
Yeah,
think it's
okay.
just the rhyming because that's what happened in Black Mamba that we watched 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
The rhyming definitely
I did the
helps.
spell wrong and I wet the bed.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't, if there was a spell involved.
Instead of getting, you were trying to do a minor spell to get like nutritive value from your beverage.
Yeah.
Instead, you wet the bed. You didn't
Yeah, it
follow
was
the
like-
directions appropriately.
Black
Yeah.
Mama goes in the next room is like, his bed's going to be thanking him for this spell and like makes the potion for you.
Yeah, and then it was a deadly combination of that. And do you ever have a dream where you're going to the bathroom in the
Yes.
dream and then you like wake up and you're like, did I just, but you never actually do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a combination of that and a dream
Yes.
that I was going to the bathroom.
Okay,
And this is where the update is, the important update is.
Okay. I see. Because that scares me because yes, I've had those dreams where like I've had, I'm sure this is common, dreams where the whole dream I'm just looking for a bathroom.
Yeah.
And then like I find a bathroom and I like piss in it, and then I go to another bathroom and I piss in that bathroom. And then I wake up and I'm just like, did I piss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't.
No, yeah. So,
But sometimes you do.
but
I had
this
a
was a
friend-
combination. Yeah.
You had a friend?
You had a friend?
Oh yeah, I had a friend as a kid who he was a couple years younger than me because we're like family friends. And when he was 6 or 7, he was like sleepwalking. He would like sleepwalk sometimes. This wasn't like a long-term problem for him. But he like went into the living room, like pulled up the middle couch cushion as if it was a toilet seat and just like peed into the couch.
Cool.
People like that grow up. Does he grow up to be a law enforcement officer?
No, fortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
You grew up to be a bathroom attendant.
yeah.
If you love what you do, you
Yeah.
never work a day in your life.
That's right. He's a plumber now.
So
Yep.
so the important part is the dream that I was having
Oh no.
while this happened, because I woke up and I was just like, what the fuck? Like I was really confused, but then I was like, am I like sick or something? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But then I immediately thought back to the dream I had moments before, and I was just like, I can't believe that is what I was dreaming about when this happened, which was I had a dream that I was at my brother's house and I had gone into the bathroom with the TV remote and he was watching something on TV, and I went in the bathroom and I sat down on the toilet, and while I was pissing on the toilet, sitting down and peeing on the toilet, I pressed a button there were 2 buttons on this smart TV remote. This is a dream, mind you.
Yes.
One of the buttons said Homer Nissan and the other one said Kramer Honda. And I was like, I wonder what these do. And I pressed the Homer Nissan button, and I hear coming from the other room where my brother is trying to watch TV, just the TV loudly going, Nissan.
Whoa.
And so I kept hitting it because it was like interrupting what he was watching. And I was like laughing to myself
There
in
was
my
like an
dream.
emote button for the television.
Yeah. And then I went to press the other button, which had changed from Kramer Honda to Peter Griffin Honda.
Okay.
And so I pressed the button and it said, I just hear, Lois, I need a Honda coming from the other room. And then I pissed myself in
Holy
my bed.
shit.
Your brother got the last
Yeah.
laugh. He was pressing the piss bed button from the
Yeah,
other room.
Yeah, he was interacting with the smart toilet from the other room.
He had
Yeah.
a different remote that said Julian pisses bed.
Yep.
Whoa, can you remember Homer Nissan and Kramer Honda for our our eventual Japanese comedy duo?
Yeah. Homer Nissan. I'm going to write that down.
If we ever make an ORI duo or trio, mind you, because they have those, I think I like the format of name of TV character and name of Japanese car.
Honestly,
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just going to write this down.
That's such a good idea. Like, I feel like that could be a whole act. That's fantastic. I mean, it's also technically preserved on this recording too, but
I'll never go back to this.
yeah, podcasts are for, Well, that kind of applies to what we're doing right now, because podcasting is kind of like wetting the bed of your mind.
Yeah. I mean, podcasts play a very important role in this movie.
Yes. They do actually.
For all I know, this episode could come out and there will be thousands of kids around the world named Homer Nissan and Kramer Honda
It could
because of
happen.
the influence that podcasters have.
Yes, it really could be. Well, let's tell the people about whatever we can manage about this confusing movie we watched last night. Welcome back to Boys Bible Study, the show that if we say just the right thing, we could influence world events in a really unforeseen and huge way. So we have to be very careful on this episode.
Wait, I got an intro for you.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, go off.
A Celestian, a Pentonite, and a Dashafari walk into a bar.
Yeah.
And they I didn't have the punchline yet.
That would take an incredible amount of finesse to write fan fiction for the Absolute Dominion universe that includes like offensive jokes about each religion that they would tell. Let's get into it. Oh, as usual, I'm Ash, the Celestian, here with my co-hosts.
Scott, the Pentotite.
And proud Dashafari, Julian.
Yes, Jah Dashafari. So we are adapting new futuristic religious identities because last night we watched a film called Absolute Dominion. It's a pretty recent film. I think it's 2025. I should read up on the IMDb.
2025.
Yes. And also, we should mention this was a listener request, wasn't it?
Yes, I don't remember who, but a listener.
Oh fuck, we always forget
one,
that.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, I know. I do that too. Well, because what happens is, we are paying attention, but usually like months after we receive the recommendation, we'll be going through movies and it'll be like, oh, that one, yeah, somebody brought that to our attention. So,
yep,
it doesn't always, happen right off the bat, but yeah. This is a new movie with Christian themes. Honestly, this movie did the Christian themes in a slightly different way than I think we've ever seen before.
Yeah. It felt way more agnostic than anything.
I agree. It was almost like an agnostic but tolerant religious movie. Yeah, one that was very fixated on religion. The whole film was about religion.
Yeah.
But the message of it, I mean, there was definitely very like pro-Christian, like pro-God things, but it
definitely
came with this kind of like but it came with this kind of like, I want to call it like neoliberal, like we can combine science and God and like have tolerance for all beliefs.
Yeah, it was a very like the atheist portrayal in this movie never took a turn into like a negative area. It was like,
yeah.
I mean, they like expressly talked about what, and we'll get into this, but like what would happen if the atheist fighter won the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, they were like, oh, we're just going to get rid of like government mandated religions across the world.
Mm-hmm.
And people will be free to practice whatever they want in private.
Yeah, which kind of took away the stakes of this movie, but still it was interesting to see that's where like the, where the filmmakers were coming from with their fictional idea of a dystopian or utopian future. Again,
but they were
this was like
in turn implying that this was the most godly perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the stakes were that if someone else were to win, then I don't know. They never really said what would happen if another religion won.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're kind of implying in general that you wouldn't experience the full nature of God for humanity.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what
they did a bad job saying that directly.
Yeah. Why do we care what's going on in this world?
That's a great question.
The year is 2044. Patton Oswalt is the world's Patton Oswalt the third or something is the most famous YouTuber.
Yes.
In the world. A world, mind you, that is torn apart by global conflict. Like it's basically like the apocalypse.
Yes.
And somehow there is still a person who every single person watches. And he, from his like bombed out trailer broadcasting to what he claims is like dozens of viewers or whatever, he says that there should be a tournament. Basically, it's implied that this conflict is due to religious disagreements. And he says, I guess the world has become like heavily theocratic mind you, this is like 20 years in the future.
Right.
And there's like 8 new major religions. Despite there being 0 new major religions in the last like 2,000 years.
Yeah, there's like
Scientology is probably the most major.
Mormonism,
Well,
Scientology, Jehovah's Witness. But
But major,
like
these are like still smaller than like the smallest.
You're right.
Like,
I agree.
Like 0.2% of the world's population is Jewish, and that's a major religion.
Yeah, I would consider Latter-day Saints to be like the newest major one, even though it is a tiny percentage. It still has a footprint, whereas Scientology is pretty niche.
But these don't have like
ultimately.
global. Well, they will once the Mormons take over the United States.
Yeah, the Mormons do, because they send missionaries everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. All right, well, whatever. They weren't in the tournament.
No,
they didn't make the top 50.
No.
Point taken.
No.
Because they can't have pre-workout, so they were always too sleepy.
They were at a disadvantage.
Yeah. But Patton Oswalt jokingly says there should have every religion should put forth their strongest believer, and they should have a giant UFC tournament. This movie better not make it to the White House. Yeah. And that person, the winner of that tournament, their religion will rule the world. And somehow everyone agrees this is a good idea, and like all the global conflict stops because this tournament happens, and we live in like a utopia.
Like there wouldn't be juntas and militias fucking everywhere immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, so 8 years after that, we have a like religious blood sport competition happening on Shalom Island in the middle of the ocean.
It really is. It is called Shalom Island, which I somehow didn't clock until like 45 minutes into the movie when someone said it, and I was like, "What?"
I had the subtitles on, so I caught it the first time,
nice.
and then it was misspelled the second time as like Salem Island or Salam Island.
It was funny. What? The look of the island too was suggestive, a little suggestive. Like I could think of it as like a comparable to another island that's been famous in recent times.
Yeah,
say more.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, I
see what you're saying.
I don't like to think this way, but I can't help but point out that the director, not saying that this is inherently anti-Semitic, but she is very pro-Palestine, which I am too. But the evil person in this movie's last name is Zimmer, and this tournament takes place on Shalom Island. And it looks a lot like Epstein Island.
She was also okay.
And but we should talk more about it because this director is cool, and I think she is the reason she directed this movie, which is, I mean, I think she did a horrible job directing this movie, but she has directed a banger in the past, which is how she got Patton Oswalt and Alex Winter attached.
What's the
to this
banger
movie.
she directed?
She did Punisher Warzone.
Is that
which
good?
is like it's like a cult classic.
Oh, okay.
And Patton Oswalt is a huge fan of it. And I'm sure Alex Winter is too. It's like insanely campy, violent comic book movie that was like panned at the time.
I think I've seen this one.
But it's like
at a friend's house.
Over the top, gruesomely violent.
Okay.
That's like a commentary. Yeah. It's almost like a commentary on like the masculine superhero taken to like the most extreme level.
Yeah.
And Patton Oswalt is an outspoken fan of this, and I'm sure it's like kind of up Alex Winter's alley because he was an extremely weird person to see, not only producing this movie but also acting in it.
Right.
As one of the leads.
Right, because he's not somebody who spends his time with stuff that he thinks isn't worth his time. Like he's been one of the more, as far as director/actors go, you like to see the arc of his career. He seems like he's still enthusiastic about stuff. He only spends his time with stuff that matters to him, with movies that mean something to him. He's more likely to like go intro a movie than he is to be in a movie that he didn't believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they must have really wanted to work with Lexi Alexander.
There's a lot of very strange things about this. This was supposed to be released through Blumhouse
Huh.
and Netflix, and it was like dropped after it was finished.
That's
wow.
very
So,
interesting.
I honestly think that they probably gave her like zero budget, and like she did the best that she could, and it
Yeah.
still was like a piece of shit because this
Yeah.
movie was like so excruciatingly boring and horribly acted, and had such a strange combination of like real actors and stunt people who were actors.
Yes.
It made absolutely no sense, and the fighting
could
was
not
like
pay attention to the
terribly
fight
directed.
scenes. Yeah.
For being a movie about fighting, like the fight scenes were so horribly directed.
And made by someone so I'm looking at her bio on IMDb, and she is a former kickboxing champion and USMC close quarter combat instructor, who was also a stunt woman. So she's obviously passionate about the fighting, and that's what inclined her to direct several things in Hollywood and on her own that involve a lot of combat sports. So that's where that comes from. But oh yeah, she's also she continues to be an avid martial artist and is currently a passionate student of the Russian-style Sistema. So that's the martial art that she's passionate about, Sistema. It's pretty
Systemarian.
well. Also, by the way, her name is Lexi Alexander. I don't know if we said that yet. Per her bio, she's recently sold a movie to Blumhouse Productions and Netflix International. And that's where that thought ends.
Yeah. Did not end up coming out on those platforms.
It's too bad.
Or
Yeah,
through
that is
those
fat. She must
distributors.
be the way she sells a movie to somebody too, or makes a pitch must be unique too. Because like, what about this? Like, says Blumhouse.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
Not about Blumhouse, but about maybe Netflix specifically. This movie seems very, and I've never seen this, but this movie seems very inspired by the Hunger Games.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
So I feel that was on the selling point.
I understand
I'm
why
gonna
this
make,
movie
like-
would pass Netflix's algorithm for sure of like what they
Right.
think.
Yeah.
If you like ran the script through whatever their machine is, since they don't hire
Right.
any humans who actually just love movies, why would you do
Right.
that?
Yeah.
No.
It felt like a YA blood sport, but also like didn't really fully commit to that, and like didn't really feel like it committed to anything. And then it probably was like past Netflix's budget numbers too. And I mean, it looks like a Netflix movie, just not
Yeah.
just on like a worse camera. There's
Yeah.
like no people in the background of any shot. Half of it's on green screen.
Yeah, everything is like neon colored or
Yeah.
sparse.
It's like people either in a hotel room or in a conference room at a hotel,
Yeah.
which is like exactly what they want. And it has like a name attached to it, which unfortunately is Patton Oswalt. So maybe that was the best they could do. And it has lots of non-binary people in it too.
Sure
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was very strange. It was like Jews and non-binary people like conspiring to kill this guy.
So
Pretty
you're referring
much,
to the so you're referring to the Biden cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like a Hunger Games-esque, pretty Christian, but also kind of agnostic and pro-science, I would say liberal film about a combat tournament. It was like Mortal Kombat with logic and reason.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yeah. The star whose name escapes me.
I remember his character's name.
Sagan
His
Bruno.
character's name is Sagan.
His So his character's name is Sagan Bruno. So
Sagan, deGrasse Tyson, Einstein,
yeah.
Oppenheimer. What's the other one? Tesla.
Oh, Tesla. Yeah, perfect. You know what? I just watched The Prestige for the first time.
I've never seen it, but I've always wanted to, and I've
You
read
should
the
watch that.
plot. I know the twist. And
Yeah.
I read the Wikipedia. It's a very
I don't, so
entertaining-
don't tell me.
Oh no, I didn't know the twist, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
It might be my favorite Nolan.
I heard the twist, and then I read the Wikipedia because I was
Yeah.
like, "How the fuck does this?" Now I want to see it.
But I actually
I've heard
think
it's
while
great,
watching it, I think I literally think it's my favorite Nolan now, but I never saw it at the time. But I honestly, watching that, I was like, I feel like Elon Musk watched this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know actually where that fits in with like Tesla, the company being
Well,
founded.
this was like very much it came out like at the time when everybody was like getting into Nikola Tesla.
Yes.
It was like the time when you'd see a Facebook post every 3 days that was about like how Tesla invented the fucking self dick sucking machine and the government destroyed it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I wonder when Elon Musk actually founded Tesla. I feel like he saw this movie and was just like, yes,
Yeah.
okay.
People would be like, Tesla invented the machine that made all electricity free and all gas free.
Yeah.
And no, he didn't. He just didn't do these things.
Well,
I'm sorry.
They would have let him.
He's fucking, it's
They
Joe
wouldn't let him.
Dorowski's Dune all over again.
You're
It's
so
Nikola
right.
Tesla.
You are so right about that. Tesla is one of the greatest, like, speculative great guys of all time.
Yeah.
It's funny how there's just a couple people where history has been like, he would have been awesome,
Yeah.
guys.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, he would have been great. And it's like, hold on a second. There was like 1 million people who were actually great.
Yeah.
Why do you want this guy to be that? Why do you want him so bad?
You know what's crazy related to this? This is how I found out about George Washington Carver's voice.
Oh yeah, that was a great video.
I was making a peanut butter sandwich the other day, and I straight up was like, there's no way in hell this shit was invented like 200 years ago. It wasn't. I have bad news. George
No?
Washington Carver did not invent peanut butter.
He didn't?
But I will say he did much better than that.
Okay.
He was very, very knowledgeable on like harvesting crops on like farmland that hadn't been or that had become arid because of like overplanting and over harvesting cotton. And so he was like very instrumental in helping like former slaves harvest crops on like their land and shit. And he published a book that was like about all the different things you could do with peanut butter and like how to prepare it. And he was like very into teaching people how to plant stuff like peanuts and other things in order to so people would be able to like sustain themselves and get exactly. So he very much popularized the use of peanut butter, but he didn't.
That is
invent it.
even
'Cause
better.
I was like,
That's amazing.
I was like, there's so much like peanut butter and shit in like stuff in other countries.
Right.
Like that all didn't just happen. Like surely
saying-
somebody else.
You're saying a black man didn't invent peanut butter?
No, he was better than that. He's
Okay.
not getting the proper credit. He was like
I
an
see.
absolute genius. And it was crazy. He was like fucking kidnapped when he was like a baby by like
Really?
a white gang who tried to like sell him. It's insane. His story's
Wow.
fucking crazy.
Wow.
He also he has a crazy voice.
He has a crazy voice
As I
because
didn't
he was
know
like
until
really
Julian
sick
sent me
when he was a
YouTube
kid.
video. So Julian sent me a YouTube video that was a recording of George Washington Carver's voice, and there's no other way to say this. He sounds like a woman.
He sounds like a little girl.
Yes.
And it's
Wow.
because he had some sort of like
His voice box or whatever.
it was because of not like pneumonia, but what's like a disease where it's like your
Oh yeah,
your like throat. He had like a bunch of
like whooping cough or strep
some
throat
shit
or some
like
shit
that
like
when
that.
he was a
that
kid,
They used
like
to
multiple
get.
times.
Oh, was it like scarlet fever or something? Because they were getting that all the time
Yeah.
back then. Some shit like that.
yeah. So he was ill a lot as a kid. Then that led to him
And it
having
made
the
him-
high voice.
It made him sound like a beautiful woman.
So I hate to burst everyone's bubble. Didn't invent peanut butter, but he popularized it. He made it look good.
I will tell you, at the end of the day, my dog doesn't care who invented peanut butter. And let me tell you, neither do I. Okay. All I care is that it's in my cabinet.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
So how did we get on this subject?
Well,
Oh, because of Tesla.
Tesla,
And now back to
Oppenheimer, blah,
Sagan.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Sagan.
Yeah,
Sagan Bruno.
Brown. Sagan
is-
Bruno.
Sagan Bruno is the name of the 19-year-old protagonist of this film, who is a champion fighter. He does not represent one of the major religions in the world of this film. He is sort of an off-bracket fighter who he wins like the amateurs bracket basically, and that puts him in like the tournament for religious dominance.
He's a fighter representing the International Organization of
Oh,
Scientists.
I wrote this down. The IHS,
The International Humanities.
the
and
Institute of
Science.
Humanism in Science.
Yeah. So he is the atheist fighter.
Yes.
He's like when Russia couldn't compete in the Olympics and they had to be like the Olympic, like International Olympic Committee or something. You remember that?
No, but that sounds right.
I vaguely
Sounds
remember
right.
that. I'm trying to rack in my brain now.
Yeah, they were like they couldn't give the medals to Russia, so all the Russian athletes were like part of some
Right.
separate thing.
Yeah, they
They found a workaround.
they
Good.
represented like,
The sport, the spirit of the game.
yeah.
Just like
but-
how
and-
Grizzlies owner Rob Pera found a workaround for sanctions to still send technology to Russia to make their drones more powerful.
Is that
effective.
true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Like-
what?
The top
He's sort of
basketball sports journalist. What's that guy's name? Pablo Torre.
Yeah.
He like did an episode on that.
So what you're saying is he's a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He's sort of like the
Absolutely.
Tesla of
He's
his
the
time.
Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Not only does he control a successful basketball team, he also makes scientific advancements.
Yes. Tesla invented a machine that could kill women and children without having to put our soldiers' lives at risk.
And it could suck your dick.
And it can suck your dick.
And what's great, it used AC, so it could suck all your friends' dicks as well. It was ADS, not DDS. Yeah, so we already kind of riffed about this, but it's important to mention that in the world of absolute dominion, there are three major world religions. As Julian mentioned, these are all religions that have taken over the world sometime in the past like 20 years, because this movie's set in like the 2040s. And we did already say all these, but just to reiterate, there's the Pentonites. So wait a second. I can't remember if it's Pentotites or Pentonites. It doesn't matter.
Pentatites cling tight to the
Pentatites.
ceiling.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
Pentonites-
Okay, so there's there's two versions of them. But in Pentotism, they believe they're an apocalyptic religion, and they believe the world will end in 2111. In 2111. I wrote this down.
What an
This is when I was
arbitrary number.
This is when I was paying attention to the movie. And in the beginning, they were saying because they're an apocalyptic religion, they're pretty conservative and they're not interested in progress, not interested in progressivism.
Yeah.
Because they're apocalyptic, they don't think the world's going to last much longer, so they want to live traditionally.
They were claiming that they're the only religion to give an end date, which in that moment I was like, this is not the right director for this story, even though I think this is the director's story. Because I was like,
Right.
you didn't even do your full homework on like apocalyptic groups. There have been so
Yes.
many dates. There have been so many dates that have been made.
Yes.
But this is one of the major ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only major
The
also-
one
logic
was
of
the
this
date.
film moves in broad strokes.
That's for sure.
We're supposed to be I think we're just supposed to. This is straight up like fucking flying spaghetti monster type,
Yes.
like anti-religion shit. It's treading that. It's towing that line.
It really is. I have the exact same thought. And not just because Dashafari reminded me of Pastafarianism,
Yes,
but also because it is like this fictional idea of religion, I do feel like plays on the 2000s criticism of, the conservative evangelical movement, which was a pretty popular like media presence at the time.
Yeah.
And I think it was, a pretty like controlling voting bloc. The 2000s are very interesting because on one hand, we did have like at the very least the media reported highly on it, but I think it existed. There was this evangelical Christian voting bloc that was kind of like the way that like, Groypers or the online right are now. They were like the cult of more extreme conservatism that was like tipping the scale at the time. And they're so out of fashion now that it's like hard to remember they were ever a big deal, but they were.
Groypers or evangelicals?
Sorry, evangelicals. Groypers are now. Groypers are happening now.
Well, evangelicals are like normal now.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
They successfully tipped the scale.
Yeah, you meet someone at the grocery store, they're like, well, we need to get all the Jews in Israel so the world ends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas that used to be like a fringe belief.
Yeah.
So you have a point. But what I'm trying to say is it's easy to look back at the 2000s new atheist reactions to evangelicals and find them cringe now because they are.
Yeah.
But they weren't in a vacuum. They were coming from a specific thing. And this movie kind of feels like it's that, but 20 years too late.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It feels like mid-Redditor.
Yeah.
Like a really lazy Reddit, like anti-religion creative writing exercise.
Yes. Which is a lot of work to just justify a movie about like people doing martial arts on each other. Like, I feel like there was a simpler route here.
And it was just so boring. When it actually, like, whenever they talked about the religions, my attention was gripped.
Yes.
But then as soon as the fighting started, it was just like, God, this is a fucking snoozer.
I would just blank out immediately for the fights.
Me too, which is crazy. I would think I would enjoy that, but I just really did not. But just some more information about the other two religions that I wrote down. Dashafaris, which is insane. But Patton Oswalt's character, who, by the way, his character's name is, I believe, Flex Huntley. Or maybe Lex Huntley? No, I think it's Flex Huntley.
Yeah, it was Fix Huntley.
Fix Huntley is Patton Oswalt's character's name. But he says of the Dashafaris, he says, well, the Dashafaris, they don't celebrate Christmas. So I kind of hope that they don't win.
Yeah.
And it's like a joke in the scheme of the movie. But I felt kind of like the Dashafaris were supposed to be a little more like Islam coded.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be like the non-American, like other side of the world's like, brown coded religion, to put it impolitely. And they were called the Dashafaris, which struck me as
as the movie went on, I do feel like it was relatively tolerant of all religions outside of the I don't want to say what kind of people they were controlling the government, but they were Jewish people controlling the government.
Dashafari people.
Yeah. Outside of the people who were like controlling the tournament to have it be one of these religions, I don't really understand. Like there was just a pro-religion like force at work. They didn't really seem to care which religion won as long as it wasn't the like science one.
The science like Christian.
Yeah.
It was weird.
But yeah, there's also Satan. There were also a lot of Satanist fighters for some reason.
Oh, right.
Who were all assassinated.
Well. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I don't know. The last major world religion was the Celestians. And Fix Huntley points out that they do celebrate Christmas. The Celestians. So maybe they're supposed to be like the Christian analogs. They're not true Christians because, they're not, but they're kind of like the analog for like mainstream Christianity. I don't know.
It's funny that the only way they could like get these points across without being like offensive was to just be like, these ones celebrate Christmas. These ones don't celebrate Christmas. And these ones say the world is ending. Those are the three major religions. Which is honestly not, now that I think about it, it's not like inaccurate to what all religion is devolving into, which is just like, do we get to celebrate Christmas or not? We're going to have our Christmasites and our Jews.
And the Hanukkans.
And the Hanukkans.
One time in high school, a girl she couldn't remember the word for Jews in class, and she said Hanukkans.
That's awesome.
And that's always stuck in my mind.
I think that would be a really good rebrand right now.
I think, I agree. That's a great idea.
It will be a good way. I can separate myself from like Zionism and
yeah,
stuff.
I'm like
a
a Hanukkân.
I'm not a Jew. I'm a Hanukkân.
Yeah, I'm like sort of a Hanukkân. So yeah, we have these three major religions at stake. We also have, as Julian pointed out, a bunch of Satanists in the mix. And then we have Sagan Bruno.
Yeah.
Who is in the fight. He's a natural born fighter. It turns out he represents the Institute of Humanism and Science in part because he was a eugenic project. His mother and father were donors. They were not like loving parents necessarily. And his father was an athlete, was like a sprinter or something, a star athlete. And his mother is a scientist who is like a Rhodes Scholar. And we meet her in the movie. And she like doesn't like him. There's no reason why. She's just supposed to be like a cold scientist, basically.
Yeah, but she's also like a therapist.
Yeah. I think the point they were trying to make was that, she did not have a maternal instinct. Like,
yeah,
she only gave birth as a scientist to advance a eugenic project. She didn't give birth like as a mother.
Yeah.
Which was a little heavy-handed, but
this movie was just constant exposition, like every step of the way.
Yeah, and then just boring fights in between.
Boring fighting and somebody being like, be nice to your opponent, which was the ultimate message of the like fighting, which was, a positive message, I guess. But you don't watch fucking fighting movies for people to be like, hey, I'm sorry I beat you up.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't make any sense. If you really believe in your religion, this is like for the good of humanity.
Yeah.
How many people are going to hell if the wrong one wins?
Right. Well, it's just the movie's so weird because it sets up this extravagant premise, but it also does everything it can to like deflate the stakes along the way. Like even the fight itself, as we've pointed out, starts because a streamer suggests it. And so it becomes like official world government policy.
Yeah.
And there's a monologue early in the beginning where Patton Oswalt's character, Fix Huntley, is like, I was just like making a joke on a camera I bought from the thrift store. Like I never expected to wake up and hear that there was going to be a world tournament, which I thought that was like a really stupid exposition. Like, why not? Like, why couldn't his character just have been like the most famous media
I know,
personality?
right? It was weird that he had to be like not famous. I guess it's kind of like when people make a video in their truck and it like goes viral.
I think that was what she was trying to get at.
Yeah.
But it didn't really make any sense.
But he was also like a charming, likable guy. It wasn't like, it was weird because he felt like he was supposed to be a commentary on like influencers or like podcasters, YouTubers, whatever, but he wasn't like, he didn't feel like any of those things. He just felt like Patton Oswalt kind of phoning it in.
Yep. But then there is this like Hunger Games style hierarchy of the organizing committee that is like running this competition, led by somebody who was obviously just supposed to be like from The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember that character's name in The Fifth Element, but it was just like the exact
Gary Oldman.
No,
Chris Tucker's character.
Chris Tucker's character.
Yeah.
Who is like this like flamboyant announcer. The same hairstyle. They did the same like wig, like the kind of like classical era wig, and made him also kind of like flamboyant and feminine. which I thought was like a weird homage, but also it was like a homage to the Hunger Games because there were these like different influence leaders who were like in some sort of council to influence like the running of these like games. I've never seen the Hunger Games. It looks, I'm sorry. I'm an adult. Sorry. I don't watch that stuff. I don't watch that stuff, but that's what it reminded me of, you know, my understanding of that. There was that woman with the bob who at one point someone disparagingly called Darth Karen.
Yes, that was the Zimmer lady.
Okay, that was Zimmer.
Darth Karen was so stupid.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then they were speaking like Arabic to each other. And then afterwards, somebody was like, did you know she can understand Arabic? And she was like, yeah, I know. Ha 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 ha. That was also weird that they were just like catty to each other on the, like, they're in charge of like the world. This movie made absolutely no sense.
Zero
such
sense.
cases.
Yeah.
Our lead could speak like 8 languages. Do you think Victor Wembanyama can speak 8 languages? He could probably speak 2, actually.
European people can speak, like, they can speak everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did look a lot like Victor Wembanyama.
The new GOAT.
And
young GOAT.
Young GOAT.
Body type. The young
Similar
GOAT
uphill
detectives.
battle here, I guess. Although this guy in the movie, he, as the NBA Finals rages on for now. This guy, though, never
It
really...
might be over by the time this episode comes
That's a
out.
good point. It's not going well, but we'll see. If Trump's at the... We're recording this on the day of Game 3, actually as Game 3 goes on. So I don't know if Trump showed his beautiful face there or not.
He's there. He's sitting next to James Dolan.
He is.
I'm watching it on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Blues.
It's game 3 between the team of Celestian champions and Dashafari champions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And because of Title IX, we can have a test tube baby from the IHS playing in the finals.
That's right. Victor Wembanyama. Sagan Wembanyama.
Yeah, he was weird to look at. Obviously a very like handsome and in shape guy. He was an absolute horrible actor.
Very bad actor.
Like it was painful anytime he had to speak any line. It was actually a relief when he would speak other languages because I could not tell if he was acting well or not. Like I couldn't tell if he was delivering the lines like completely stiff or not. Also watching him fight was very weird because he was like way taller than everybody else. And like whenever he kicked somebody, it looked really funny because it was like, he was like too big. It at no point did it ever look like anybody was actually fighting each other. And there were so many like moves where it was so clear that you would have to have the full cooperation of the other person to like pull it off. That it really just looked like people kind of just like performing versus like feeling any sort of brutality of a fight, which would result in one religion taking over the entire world.
Did either of you see the video from this past week where that robot in China at like a parade kicks a kid in the stomach?
Yeah.
That
sure
felt
did.
more
That was the
dangerous
round
and intense
one.
than anything that happened in this.
Yeah. That kid got fucked up.
That
crazy.
video was so funny. I watched that over and over again. Like
Yeah.
the robot.
The Chinese entry to the to Shalom Island has been eliminated.
Yeah, by a Satanist robot. Struck him
I
down.
think that we should see if that kid is dead.
They got a lot of
He
cartilage.
like
They
kicked
can
a
just
hole
bounce.
through his stomach.
The video's so funny because the robot is just like dancing, and then it appears. I'm sure this was the goal, but it appears that he just walks right up to the kid and just roundhouse kicks him. It's so
Crazy.
funny.
Crazy.
It's so crazy. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Those things scare me. I can't
They
tell
scare
if
me,
they're like
man.
really heavy or not. They seem to fall on every person they go in front of. Didn't one of them like fall on Meg the Stallion or something?
I don't know
Really?
about that?
I feel like I saw that.
She's
What
gonna be
Klay
making-
Thompson
making
do
the robot
about it?
soon. He just went to brunch.
Yeah.
He went to brunch with his boys. I'll say that much.
You're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Got a
Oh, God.
burrito mojado with the Splash Brothers.
I don't even get that, but it's a funny sentence.
Wet burrito.
I see. Well, so what happened in the last 45 minutes of this movie?
Dude, I don't know. I watched it literally 45 minutes before I left to come here, and I don't know what happened.
Well,
I
watched
was a
Yeah. Go on.
They start
the top fighters. Yeah,
pointing out that he is kind of does this weird thing where he glitches out. Sagan does when he's fighting, and he kind of like zones out for a moment, and then he's just like a perfect fighter. And the big gossip, the TMZ gossip, is that he says that God tells him to do these things, and he doesn't know if it's really God or not, but that's what he's being told.
yes. He hears the voice of God.
He hears
and he
the voice of
confesses this
God.
to his mother in the recording of this conversation because everything is bugged in this hotel is leaked to the bisexual press.
Yes. They leak it to TMZ or the equivalent. And
that's-
then past fighters he has defeated start like being his personal bodyguards for fun and like holding this like shade over him and are like, you're the
Dude.
one. And he's like,
scene with
what?
the
What do you mean?
So Zog sends snipers after him who are blinded by the reflection of the sun when his fellow fighters, mind you, who all believe their own religions, but for some reason, just because this guy says he hears the voice of God, they suddenly abandon all of their faiths and get behind him. They all walk out of the hotel with mirrors to guard him from sniper fire. That was one of the funniest parts of the movie when the lady gets like the reflection in her like sniper scope and she's like, something just blinded me. And it's like clearly like 8 people walking down the street with mirrors all around them.
They're walking like Pikmin.
Yeah. And she's like, I can't tell what this thing is. I can't get a clean shot.
That movie's wacky.
Yeah. Yeah, so Zog is trying to take out the godly fighter.
Right. I expect nothing less.
And all these assassination attempts are thwarted. And then there's a terrorist attack that almost kills Fix Huntley.
Yes, an attack that is targeting Fix Huntley. I remember this. Why?
It's never explained. And then we cut to a house somewhere in the mountains where Sagan is meeting Fix Huntley for an interview. And Fix Huntley is like, how did you know that there was going to be a terrorist attack? Because you told me that that I had to be here right now to interview you. So I had to pre-tape my show. It's just so convoluted.
It is.
And Sagan says it was just a coincidence, basically. And then the light of God shines down on him. Roll credits. We don't know if he won the tournament. We don't know what happened. We really know less leaving this movie than we did going into it.
We also don't, I mean, correct me if I missed something, but we also don't know, like, what God is this? Why is he talking to God? It's so, again, to remind our listeners, he is the eugenic project of an athlete and a top scientist representing human achievement without influence of God. He was not even made by God. He was made by man in an experiment to intentionally produce a human.
Yeah.
So I guess this movie is implying that, like, at some point, human innovation gets to such a point that it like touches God.
Maybe. I
That's
was
the only
reading
thing I
it
can
as
think
like,
of.
my read was that God was condoning what this guy was fighting for, which
Right.
this is the only religion in the movie where we get to actually, it's not even a religion, but the only perspective in the movie that gets like a fair explanation of what would actually happen if they were to win the tournament, which is basically that there would be separation of church and state. And that's it.
That's the only thing he's fighting for.
And that's like, and so that's the only thing that God wants. Which
in a dystopian future
like,
in 2048, this is going to fix everything.
Yeah.
What the movie should have been was that, okay, he's the hero, but his institution, which is largely good people, they were fighting to abolish religion because they felt that the tournament was silly.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the top of the tournament, but he has a religious realization, and he is the one who wants to do the synthesis between science and religion. That's what the movie should have been. But they didn't even do that. There was no state. Like, there's that whole scene where him and his like friend, that like woman who's like his bodyguard or assistant, I don't even know, when she's literally like, well, I mean, you can't like tell people not to practice their religion. So
yeah.
Like, and he's like, yeah, you're right. Like, who cares?
It was this.
What are you fighting for?
The plot of this movie is probably going to get played out on like a partnership between Kick and the White House in like a year, and no one is going to care. It's going to be like the fucking like whatever those Olympics are where people get to like dope or whatever. It's like no one's going to give a shit.
No.
Like nobody really gives a shit about the Olympics in general.
Trump is going to be like, look at the muscles on that Dashafarian. Oh, I just want to touch him.
Like shit like this happens all the time and nobody gives a shit. Nobody is going to be like, yeah, the Muslim fighter wins and suddenly everybody's just like, well, I guess we have to be Muslim now. This sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I became a Muslim fair
awesome.
and square.
Yeah.
The only thing this movie got right is that there is a sort of like streamer economy that is parallel to our own that is playing out, and it's like simultaneously meaningless, but it also like means a lot to so many people.
Yeah.
But that's about the only thing that was realistic or sci-fi at all about this movie.
It feels like it is a funny take on like just, it really does feel like streamers are just picked at random to suddenly be like anointed as like the voice of the populace or whatever. And it changes like every couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who the fuck was that guy that I just found out about who has the same birthday as me? Who like
Chud the Builder?
That guy. Chud the Builder.
Chud the Builder, of course.
My birthday twin.
My birthday twin. Good luck,
yeah.
twin.
But it's like you'll read about some new one in the news every day, and it's supposed to be just like,
who?
you might as well just be like Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, okay.
Sagan Bruno.
Yeah, the Sagan Bruno killed a guy. You'll be like, okay.
Okay.
But then they say Chud the Builder killed a guy. Chud the Dashafarian killed a guy. And suddenly you're like, oh, this guy must have pull. He's a streamer.
I was actually thinking about it, and I think my biggest note on this movie is that his name should have been Sagan Fauci.
Ooh, that's good.
That would have really elevated this movie. And also, as I said, he should have been more fascist, but then had like a liberal realization at the end. It still would have been like toothless, but it would have been. This movie was like allergic to having the tension and conflict in a movie about a global blood sport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me, I think was actually because it was the brainchild of a martial arts advocate, like a martial arts, instructor and practitioner, because I think that, God bless her, she's obviously like, talented choreographer, blah, 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 but she's so wrapped up in the fact that like practicing martial arts has to be like fair and fun.
Yeah.
That she couldn't even like write a movie where fighters like didn't respect each other because they were fighting for global religion.
Did she write this movie?
Right.
Yes,
it
she
could
wrote and directed it.
actually be blood sport. Like
Like,
which
and
would
she
have been
did-
more fun, obviously.
I read that she has said in interviews that she does not like gory, gruesome movies, even though that's how she like became a commodity.
That's interesting.
And she was like disappointed that people are always trying to like get her to make like violent movies.
Huh.
That is fascinating.
In so many words.
Girl,
she
you
said she
do
was squeamish.
You do hand-to-hand combat. That's your
Yeah.
life.
But
I
yeah,
get-
like you said, it felt like it was a movie for people who do fighting tournaments,
Yes.
where it's like,
Every step of the
Yeah.
way, we were being reminded, like, by the way, everybody like respects each other.
yeah,
Who cares?
that's if I want that, I will. I don't know. I get no respect.
I don't even know
I
what
want to
that
see
is.
a Rodney Dangerfield tournament. When I go to the movies, I want to see a fucking Rodney Dangerfield tournament. I don't want to see some fucking
I agree.
hands across America bullshit.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I need to see.
We want to see I want to see a Dashafari rip a Celestian's head out with the spine.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I totally
This is
agree.
for
I think that was a
everything.
huge flaw. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a huge flaw of a movie called Absolute Dominion.
It was the movie poster looks insane. It looks like a movie from like 1992 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
If only.
Scott very kindly gave us a list of like 5 different movies to watch for this week. And I did a little skim of all of them. And I was like, I think Absolute Dominion seems like the most entertaining one. And I will say it was interesting to talk about conceptually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as we talked about it, I was like, oh, okay, this was actually like I mean, I was a little worried after watching it. I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna have nothing to talk about with this. That's not the case. It had an interesting world building and a different perspective than a bunch of the other things we've watched. But I would not overall say this was one of the most entertaining films we've watched. I don't know if I would recommend putting this one on if you and your friends are looking to watch like a funny Christian movie, because I don't know. This was intermediate level.
Hey, blame the person who recommended it to us.
It
We don't.
is a
we
fascinating
can't remember the
premise.
name of.
We would
It
have
really
covered
was,
it just
yes.
based on the premise anyway. So
I agree.
I think it could have been. Honestly, I think it would have been a lot more entertaining if it was given to like a straight up Christian director
I
and
agree.
production company.
Yeah.
I do feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
was like this is for Blumhouse TV, which I don't know what the fuck their budget is or what the fuck that is. I mean, it didn't get released on that.
you have to pay
but-
them money to release.
Yeah.
on there.
This really felt like it was kind of like just like there was no budget there. There was
Yeah.
such a mishmash of like talent and names that it didn't make any sense. I think it felt like it was filmed in like 3 days.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's really the fault of anybody other than just like nobody really got like a fucking, there was just no attempt at making a movie.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm just always fascinated by the fact that like, no matter how many years we've watched these movies, it's always kind of hard to predict exactly where one is going to land with me when we start it.
Yeah.
You know, there are some, okay, like Holy Ghost last week. You described that premise to me in a vacuum. I was curious about it for a couple of reasons, but just on the premise alone, it's like a documentary about faith healers going to a bunch of different places. I would be like, okay, sounds
as
boring.
led by
That
the
movie-
Holy Spirit, literally.
Okay, that part's pretty exciting. Turns out that movie was riveting. I was like
Yeah.
writing down very specific things about like everything they did. But this movie, it was like as soon as it got past the first act, I was like trying to disassociate.
Yeah. The
And you can never
20
predict.
the 20 minutes of people talking to Korn fans outside of a concert and faith healing them felt like it was an hour long, but it was
Yeah.
still entertaining.
Yes.
The
It felt like you should disassociate from that, but it was still engaging
The-
somehow.
the 30-second fighting scenes in this movie felt like they were about 2 hours long, and I could not stay focused for
No.
any of them.
No.
I could not stay focused for 3 minutes at a time in this movie. I had to rewind to catch something, and I accidentally went too far, and the disappointment I felt when I was like, oh, the last scene was 2 minutes ago. When I was like, I swear it's been like 20 minutes. I thought I had accidentally rewound it like 20 minutes. And then like the scene I accidentally rewound to started and then finished and then went right to the spot that I was trying to get to. I was like, oh my God. This movie is doing some weird time dilation effect. In which case, if that's what they were trying to accomplish, then they did a really good job. of
That's a good
creating
point.
like the most this was created in a lab to be the most like unfocusable movie ever made. I challenge any of our listeners to watch this movie and try to pay attention for the duration of the movie.
Yeah, it really did. Like, it was doing some kind of like action science where it's like, what if the fighting was technically good, but you just couldn't pay attention to it? How would we pull that off? Like, what if this fighting was
Yeah.
choreographed from a perspective of somebody who actually knows what fighting is, but still, you just can't, like, not just not mentally focused, but like your eyes blur over.
It's like the way the film fucking looked was just so.
It looked like the what was that? It was like tutorial filmmaking.
Yes.
Remember when we talked about that with that one movie where it was like these movies that have like neon reds and neon blues and
Yeah.
stuff, like they use like neon blue accent lights, and it's like,
Yeah, I
Bro.
noticed that they were walking down like a hotel hallway and it had that like the LED light strip just like all down the hallway.
Tutorial
They bought like a
core.
200-foot one from Amazon and put it on the hallway to make
Yep.
it look futuristic. Yeah, it looked like a student film. It was so bad.
just too bad because I mean, freaking Patton Oswalt was in this movie. Like, I
Dude.
thought that would be a judge of quality, but I guess not.
Very strange. I mean, you know, Alex Winter, he was like, it felt like he was trying to do a good job
Yeah,
in this
it
movie.
did.
He didn't really feel like he was like, you know, just trying to get through this shit. And he produced the movie, so obviously he cared about the project. So I'm curious what happened, if they're happy with the outcome of this movie.
My guess
Truly.
is no. I feel like you know, they were like, oh, this is a director we're passionate about. We care about like making her passion project. You
Yeah.
know, and the premise sounded really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, they probably thought that there was a chance that there was something there.
Have you both seen the movie Freaked?
I don't think so. What's that one?
Oh, it's fantastic.
crazy.
Great movie.
It's-
Alex Winter directed it. He's a star in it.
Okay.
Truly
Shit.
Absolutely.
amazing.
If
But
you,
it just got like a big re-release last year, same year that this movie came out. I cannot imagine the director like seeing that, then seeing this and being like, I did fine.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was. It's you should look it up. When you look that up, it'll help you understand why it is so bizarre that Alex Winter is producing and somewhat starring in this movie. He's also Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's
Nice.
right. Yeah, but like
But,
Freaked,
yeah.
like that holds up to this day just as well as probably better than when it came out, and it's just like a fantastic, very entertaining movie.
Star-studded cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a comedy island of Dr. Moreau.
Huh.
Yes.
It's like extremely demented.
Island of
Maybe.
Dr.
But also
Shalom.
about saving the world against corporate oligarchs making random decisions.
Yeah,
Interesting. Interesting.
Anyway,
Well,
he's in this movie. Alex Winter.
well,
well,
should we?
I was made in a lab.
Should we watch? Or pardon me. Fuck. Should we rate this movie?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I am going to give this 100 out of 100 trips to Shalom Island for, you know, the things that we do there. And a great premise. I love that it was Victor Wembanyama coded, although I'm not positive it was supposed to be. That could just be because he's the most famous player, international player in the NBA Finals right now. Yeah, great movie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. Should we rank it?
Yeah, you both have to rate it too.
Oh, wait, what was your rating? Sorry.
100
I'm
out of
looking at
100
pictures of
trips
Freaked.
to Shalom Island.
Oh, sorry. Man, this even talking about this movie, it's hard to pay attention. What is it about this movie?
Dude, there's like a virus in this movie. This movie's like Pontypool. It like forces your brain to like rethink like language or something. I don't know.
It's like blurry in my memory. It's like out of focus in my memory.
You're gonna watch this movie and then wake up on your couch an hour later, and that couch is gonna be wet with piss. Okay.
My child did actually pee on the couch this past week. It was very frustrating. Very frustrating. I was very glad that she got a nap in because she really needed it.
Sure.
The other part
was the old wet nap.
God damn it. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Well, Julian, what's your rating?
I don't have one. I can't think of any numbers anymore.
Come on.
I'm going to give this 3 out of 3 new major world religions.
All right.
Yeah. To the and all the jihads, all the new jihads we can have.
New jihads. I want to say Pentotists drive like this, and Celestians drive like this.
As soon as they said the religions, I was like, somebody is going to make that joke on this podcast.
Well, there we go. I live to serve. I live to serve. As for me, I loved this movie. And I am going to have to give it 2111 out of 2111. That's right. The year of the Pentotist apocalypse.
Whew.
Because I couldn't wait for this movie to end. Just like the Pentotists couldn't wait for the world to end. Well, there you have it. The official Boys Bible Study review of Absolute Dominion. We are absolutely thrilled for you to have listened to us. If it's your first time here, why don't you check out boysbiblestudy.com, where we have years worth of free episodes. But if you want more, then I highly recommend going to patreon.com/boysbiblestudy, where if you subscribe for $5 a month, you get access to all of our bonus episodes. And if you subscribe for $20 a month, you actually get a handmade DVD mailed to you every single month, created by Scott. It's a Celestian Christmas miracle, guys. So consider signing up for that tier. Also, our outro music is Oh My God by Mary. So from all of us here at Boys Bible Study, myself, Ash, my co-hosts, Scott and Julian, we would like to say, peace be with you.
And also with you. I can't even get it. Yeah,
was that Pentotist Reagan?
That was Pentotist Reagan. Yeah.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I feel your love in me, it's coming from within. Oh my God, my devotion is so unwavering. Divine emotions when you enter me. Every day you take